What up, guys? Mad Scientist 7890 here. Gonna do an in the lab video for you here. Got 3 topics like normal. I am currently still working on my top 5 favorite shows. I have some actually recorded, but I haven't uploaded them. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait until I record all of them and then upload them in a row. That way you ain't gotta search for them. They're just right there together. And then also I'm working on my top 10 wrestling characters in the wrestling business now. To me, so I'm working on those, going to finish that up for you guys. But with this, there's a couple important topics of some things I really want to talk about, so I thought I would do this in the lab video here for you guys. The first topic is I'm at work today and get a couple text messages from J-Man from the IWR show, and basically saying, dude, you're not going to believe it, Punk was in FCW just signing autographs, and Dean Ambrose calls him out, they cut this segment, then they have a match, like a 25 to 30 minute match. The whole match wasn't recorded, and then Punk cuts a promo afterwards saying, a guy like Dean Ambrose is the next possible big thing and all this. It was amazing. I just saw it probably about 30 minutes ago. There's a couple of videos uploaded. I have them favorited if you guys want to check it out. But I just wanted to talk about this specifically, Punk and Dean Ambrose. Punk I've loved for years. Dean Ambrose is a guy that I've really started liking a lot over the past couple of years. Probably one of my favorite guys right now is Dean Ambrose. I think he's primed. I think he's ready. I think this is a big, FU to FCW, kind of saying a guy like Dean Ambrose doesn't need to be in FCW anymore. He needs to be on that main roster where you're looking for guys who have character and who people can get behind and either boo or hate. Dean Ambrose is one of those guys. I know J-Man was saying he wished Punk would have faced Tyler Black. That would have been great. I would have loved to seen that too. But I think the styles clash of the personalities, everyone just was marking out like crazy for this. I would have absolutely crapped my pants if I was in the crowd for this. But yeah, from what they say, this match was 25 to 30 minutes, close to something like that. The video that I found on YouTube, it's only the last 10 minutes, which is great. Some great stuff. I'm super excited for this. I'm so excited. I don't know if anybody else has heard about this, but this just to me shows that there's some really good talent on FCW roster. And you look at the WWE roster right now, and you're just like, some guys are good, some guys are like, why are they here? You have some great talent on the FCW roster. Ambrose cut a promo beforehand saying, here's where all the real talent is, and blah blah blah, and all this, and saying Punk sold out and all this crap, and has his own tour bus, and has this and has all that, and I'm in, the up and coming talent, and I'm gonna take your spot and all this crap. Then afterwards, the match they had, it was good. Then Punk cut a promo saying, basically, he basically knows how it is to be in a promotion like FCW and work your way up. He was in OVW and, working his way up and being that kind of guy. And, Dean Ambrose is not the next CM Punk. Dean Ambrose is the first Dean Ambrose. I thought that was great. I thought that was a great way to get him over. I cannot wait to see Dean Ambrose on the actual WWE roster. I cannot wait. I'm so excited because Dean Ambrose is like one of my favorite guys right now. So great. If you guys have not seen these videos, like I said, I have them favorited. Go to my channel. The last 3 videos I have favorited. The first segment, then the last 10 to 10 minutes of the match, and then the post promo with Punk. Great stuff. Like I said, looking forward to this. Please check this out if you're a fan of either guy. I mean, you're possibly looking at maybe a major feud in the actual WWE roster coming up if they really pull the trigger on this, and I think that would just be absolutely amazing. But I just thought I'd throw that out there. Big news. I thought I'd heard some stuff about it on Twitter last night. I thought it was just joking around. I had no idea this really happened until today, so I was super excited when I watched these videos. So that was the first topic. Definitely check that out, guys. The next thing I'm going to talk about is Dolph Ziggler. Promos are getting so much better. Should be getting to that main event level. It's interesting because I wanted to talk about how I would book Dolph Ziggler at Vengeance. He has a tag title match against Air Boone with Jack Swagger, and then he's also defending the U.S. title against Zack Ryder. I was thinking, I was like, when was the last time that we had one guy in 2 matches on a pay-per-view? It's been a long time. I really can't think. I mean, I know there's been some stuff on Raw, but on a pay-per-view in a long time, I really can't think. If you guys know, recently, I can't think of anything. Maybe back in like 2008 or something. I remember Triple H did a couple matches on a pay-per-view. I know, Jericho, wrestled the match against Shawn, and then went into the 5-pack challenge or whatever, won the title in that. But I can't really seem to think of another person who had 2 matches on one show on a pay-per-view in a long time. I mean, I'm not going to talk about TNA. TNA just did their tournament thing where they had Rude and and Bully Ray in 2 matches. But WWE wise, and I want to talk about how I booked this. There's 4 ways you can go with this. Honestly, you can go with Dolph Ziggler, having both titles at the end of the night, having no titles at the end of the night, having the U.S. title at the end of the night, or just having the tag titles at the end of the night. The way I honestly think it's going to go, I think he's going to lose the U.S. title to Zack Ryder, and I think him and Jack Swagger are going to win the tag titles. Which I think is okay to build kind of a tag team rivalry, possibly with Air Boom and Jack Swagger and Dolph, but I think Dolph Ziggler, the way he's cutting his promos, he's an upper mid card level guy who's on the cusp of breaking out. If you're one of those people who really pay attention to, he's obviously a great athlete, obviously a great wrestler, but pay attention to how much better his character and how much better his promos have gotten. You could see this guy really making it to that next level. I know it'll be a while before there's a lot of shift changing or different things going on, but I would have thought it would have been a great idea to send Dolph to SmackDown and have him feud with Randy Orton, have Dolph be heel, and have Randy be face. Obviously, is what they're running with. But I think it's almost to that stage where Dolph doesn't need Vicky anymore. I mean, he gets the heat from her, but she has his own faction, and Dolph's kind of the unofficial leader, I guess you could say. Swagger, him, is I can't really stand Jack Swagger right now. Some people like him, some people don't. I cannot stand Jack Swagger right now. But I think Dolph is the best part of that whole situation with Vicky and all that. The way I would have booked it, actually, I mean, the way I told you is what's going to happen with the way I would book it. I would have him come out of there with no titles and kind of make that next step to the main event level. But the way things are going right now, it doesn't seem like that's going to happen because, we had talked on our Vengeance, preview. We were saying that, we thought Cena was going to retain again. There's a lot of talk of Del Rio somehow retaining here now after we, maybe made this prediction that John Cena was going to win again. And then having Punk Del Rio feud, possibly. Because they haven't really stated for sure if Cena and Rock is going to have a title on it. I think if this goes into, Survivor Series with Cena having the title, there's not going to be a title match at Survivor Series. So, I mean, the thought is to probably have Del Rio be champion, face Punk for the title, and then have, Rock Cena team, which I can see that happening. But I would love to see Dolph here soon booked as an upper level heel in a main event level. I think that's possible. I think a lot of people would like to see that. I think so. There's, he's gotten so much better, and possibly reaching my Fave 5 status. Probably is in my Fave 5 right now. But it's interesting because I don't think he needs to be with Vicky anymore. I think he could be good by himself, or just have him feud with Zack Ryder for a while. I think it'd be fine. But I don't really want to see him in a tag team with Jack Swagger. I don't really care for Jack Swagger right now. So that's my thoughts on how I would book him. Like I said, like I thought, going to lose the U.S. title, probably going to win the tag titles with Jack Swagger. So, I don't know. Give me your guys' opinion what you think is going to happen with Dolph on here. And if you can think of another person who's worked 2 matches on one pay-per-view, and I can't really think in a long time. I might maybe just slipping my mind, but I can't think of anybody else. So, my last topic. I'm a huge fan of Ring of Honor. I have my Ring of Honor t-shirt on here, my older one. They have a new logo, obviously, now, but their product is, the matches are good, the product is good. It's just their mid-card, lower, like, opening card matches are not appealing to me. The main event matches are pretty much carrying Ring of Honor right now. And I'm going to say this, and I know there's going to be a lot of people that are just not going to like it. There may be some people that would agree with it, but I think for Ring of Honor to maybe get back to that golden age of the whole card, having everyone in the match, an 06 golden era type, to get back to that level, there's one thing that I really think needs to happen, and a lot of people will probably hate this, and that's for Dragon Gate USA to go under. Because Dragon Gate USA, I think, has the best crop of young talent. And I've said this before, Johnny Gargano, Chuck Taylor, Rich Swann, Sami Callihan. These guys have it to be, good mid-card indie status guys, and even better. It's lucky that we got Adam Cole and guys like Kyle O'Reilly, which is, guys who were with Dragon Gate USA at the time and Evolve and stuff. But I think for Ring of Honor to really get back to the golden age of talent and the whole card being just as good as it was in 06, they need a guy like Kevin Steen to come back. They need, like I said, Dragon Gate USA to go under. It's as bad as it sounds. They need a company like that to go under, and all the U.S. talent, all the American talent, to jump ship over to Ring of Honor. AR Fox, another guy. Just these guys are real talented, up and comer guys, and we have a couple on the Ring of Honor roster, but just the low, just bottom of the card, mid card, is just, the matches are just not appealing to me. I just don't care about them that much. Like I said, Kevin Steen coming back, he's a main event type guy. I think could come back and really make a lot of noise if they really pull a trigger and finally bring him back, which are booking this whole storyline with him real well. But and then a guy who's been in Japan a long time that I think that I don't see him coming back to the U.S., but if he did, I would want him to come back and be with Ring of Honor for a certain period of time. That'd be Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is definitely a main eventer. He's a guy who can have those great matches with almost anybody. And then, I'd like to see him maybe split up a tag team or something like that. Maybe have a couple of teams, or maybe one team split up. They lost, Christopher Daniels, and they lost the Kings of Wrestling, and they lost, Homicide and some guys like that. But then they got the Young Bucks, and then they got Jay Lethal. So there is some good young talent, but just some of the matches just aren't appealing to me. But I would love to see a team, which I don't think it'll happen either, but I would love to see a team like Bad Intentions come in and do a couple of shows. Come in and face some of the top talent. So that's why I just wanted to throw that out there. Some things that I think Ring of Honor needs right now. Some things that I would want them to do and want to see with them. So like I said, let me know what you guys think about all three of these topics. What you guys think, certain things. Please check out those Dean Ambrose, CM Punk, videos. Those are great. If you're a fan, or if you're not a fan, just check them out. So thanks for watching. Peace, guys.